9:16, welcome back. Your event space of the vendor market, April the 27th, if I can remember correct. The Brynildsen's in studio. How are we doing today, guys?
Great.
Doing great.
How you doing?
Oh, man, rolling with the punches on an Eclipse Monday. You know, everyone's treating this like it's Snowmageddon, you know? It's like schools are letting out early, you know?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alton School District is out early today, and so many others, and... Well, all of you that are working or stuck at work, there's nothing we can do about that.
Sorry.
Oh, boy. Well, coming up on the 27th, this is really cool. Tell me about this vendor market. Is this a good opportunity for us to kind of see who's coming in and out of the doors and working with your event space?
Yeah, so, well, as you know, we started back, 2015, we were Wow Furnishings, right? So we did a lot of retail things like that. And so then over the times, we've had one other person had done a vendor market at ours, and we were kind of thinking about doing it again, because you kind of get that retail bug in you, and you're like, and I'm ready to paint some furniture and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. So that kind of scares him, because when I did that before, it overtook our house. Yeah. But so we're going to do a vendor market on Saturday, April 27th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Different vendors from, like, we've got a gal with Mary Kay, people with Scentsy, but also a lot of homegrown things, people making homemade soaps, people boutique clothing, so a variety of different things. So it's still 2.5 weeks away, so we still have a few spots left for people if they're interested. The information's on our website, and actually our Facebook page is probably the best way, or call me or text me. But yeah, we're excited about it because people want to support small businesses, so this is an opportunity for them to come in and rent a space. It's very affordable. It's like $65.
Oh,
for a
you
vendor.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah. So, and it gives them an opportunity for exposure for people to get to know their business. And we want to be able to support small businesses because times are tough right now, right?
They are, yeah.
And people need avenues to be able to support their families and do things like that.
Well, and it's such a nice space for it, too. I mean, it really is a nice layout where you can have so many vendors coming in, especially at this time of the year. This is where a lot of the individuals that operate in a vendor capacity are, either making or breaking their bottom line for the calendar year. This kind of next 3 months is crucial.
True.
So to provide that platform is a really great opportunity, and also for the public to go out and just have a new avenue to kind of go support small business.
Yeah, and a lot of them this time of year tend to be outdoor vendors.
Yep.
So ours is all indoor, which is great because you don't have to worry about the weather.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than when it's 92 degrees outside, or it's a downpour, and you're just trying to kind of brave it to go out and support, and then by the time you're done, you're soaking wet or you're sweated wet. Don't have to worry about that in the nice air condition.
There you go. Or heat, whatever it is.
Whatever April calls for, now that we have a real spring.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when did you all make the decision that, let's put on something like this, let's open up the space for the public and the vendors?
Well, it's something we've always kind of been thinking about, but it's just a matter of having the time to organize it and things like that. So we've got, and I think you've had Nikki on here with Zion Lutheran. So like this weekend we did an auction for them.
How'd that go? I was curious.
Oh, it went well.
Fantastic.
Good.
It was fantastic.
Their committee did just a spectacular job.
The whole church and school is really supportive of each other too. That's cool to see.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun too because they did a theme. So people came in dressed in the 20s and things like that. So people are posting on Facebook, and we saw them at church afterwards too. That people are like, "Oh, it was so much fun."
Well, and that's why I think you guys have such a cool spot, because you have the opportunity to see some folks maybe sometimes really get into it and take some great shots, and the backdrop you have in that environment goes well with any really theme setting because of the way you guys set it up. I mean, it's never really a distraction from the overall theme of that event or party.
Right. Yeah. So it's worked out pretty well. So if there's other organizations that want to do some type of things like that, we're definitely open. We're an event space. So we can help them out.
And we've been flirting with the idea of some dinner theaters as well.
Whoa, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like with like a murder mystery, like Just and some. That would be fun.
Exactly. We've done our due diligence. We've gone down to Branson a few times, Orlando, and they, as you know, they do a lot of dinner theater type things, and so we've kind of learned a little bit about that, and we think that we could probably host a pretty nice situation.
Well, now that you're saying that, I mean, there's a ton of really talented performers, and whether it's hypnotists, my buddy Neely from Freak Show Deluxe, there's so many really great performers and magicians and all these things, and comedians even that you guys could have a really cool spot there for a Friday night or Saturday.
Yeah, because people are looking. Oh, sorry. People are looking for other things to do, something different. Because they've gone out to dinner, they've gone to a movie, and all of that. So they're looking for unique things to do.
Well, and I manage the community calendar, and that's what I've been kind of saying the last couple of months. Is you see a lot of the same type of events. A lot of not picking on anybody, but a lot of trivia nights and a lot of kind of drinking related events. But to have something that's entertainment based, and that's not necessarily. Hate to say this, but let's kind of get a little loaded and buzzed and go have fun, but more of just an enjoyment night.
Exactly.
That's welcomed in this community right now.
Something that you can drive away from.
and wake up feeling really good the following day from,
Right.
But it's really cool that you guys are thinking like this because it's something that the community really does need.
Do you know our hardest thing would be to find somebody to MC the event? Do you know anybody?
Oh, I do it in a heart. I telling you what, I always love doing the MC jobs. I did a trivia night though, and that's art. To do a trivia night is an art form because by the time half an hour is in, they don't want you to speed through, but by 45 minutes to an hour, they're all looking at their watch, going, "All right, let's go. We got the sports tab's open."
That is true.
So, for vendors that are interested, what are the vending booths looking like? Do we have electricity, all that fun stuff?
So they can, if they need electricity, we have it. We provide the tables, so they're almost 8 feet long, which is nice because a lot of places you have to bring in your own, and that's a pain to haul in tables and all that. So we have plenty of tables, so we can do that. We also have a couple boutique areas that don't need tables, so we can move them away. So we can really work with the vendors and provide a space that works for them.
Well, what I think is really cool too is I'm on the Facebook event listing for anyone that wants to follow along at home. I like the opportunity you're providing to anyone that's a small business that wants to maybe put their logo on one of your display televisions during the event.
Right, exactly.
That's really cool for $10.
Yeah.
I mean. You tell me any other more affordable avenue to get your name out there, and that's a really cool. That's really being an incubator of small business that day. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we'll have those put out on the website. Our website is too, so people can go there, see it, and then also in our Facebook, we'll be promoting the people who have paid for the advertising like a day to focus on their business.
So I got to be honest with both of you. I was on here yesterday, kind of going through the event listing, and I hate to say this, I've never had a macaroon. Or macaron? Is that what you call these? It's on the macaroons and baked goods.
Really?
I've never had one. And all I do is see those darn boxes now of the yellow and purple and green. I still have no idea, but there's something for everybody at Spring.
That's right.
Including those macaroons and baked goods. Have you had one of these before? Am I missing out?
A while.
I'm pretty sure I have.
I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Well, you'll have to come and find out.
Yeah, you'll need to come there.
This is cool. And now, when you put out the call to action, how many vendors currently signed up?
What is
20-something?
20
nice.
something, but we still have some
right?
that are still sending in information, and then others that are just clarifying their schedules and that.
And then, variety-wise, are we looking pretty good on that aspect, too?
Oh, yeah. So you've got some different boutique clothing. You've got, the skincare. We've got somebody come in from, a chiropractic for wellness.
Oh, that's
so you've
cool.
You've got everything from wellness to clothing to, cute, wall-hanging things, painted furniture, all kinds of things.
What time is the vending?
10 a.m.
Oh, that's cool. And how long does it go till?
3 p.m.
Oh,
yeah, you can see he's real involved in this.
No, the reason I asked that is because we're going to have our bar open. I don't know how much, we don't really need to do the alcohol side of it.
Yeah.
As you know, we do it very, very similar to a Germania.
Yeah.
In fact, Germania Plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we can do everything completely non-liquor, or we can throw some liquor in. It depends on what they want to do.
Yeah.
We do the frozen. We do all of that. Of course, Ben would probably be helping there, at least coordinating behind the scenes.
That's really cool.
So all that can be there. Now, Germania, obviously, down on Broadway will still be open, but we'll just kind of be like a little, for that day, a little substation.
Well, that's actually really cool. Talk about that's a really great shopping experience too, because you're getting some. It's not just a Diet Coke in a can. You're getting you're getting the works.
Much better than that.
That's true too.
No, we'll have Diet Coke in a can.
That's
too.
true too. Sorry, I picked the wrong soda, like that new Starry junk. Get that out.
What was that energy drink?
Yeah, that rain. You don't need any of that C4 jet fuel. You need a good cold brew from Germania or Wilhelm and call it a day.
Yes.
So, whenever we're setting up admission, what's the price to come in?
Actually, it's free. We want our vendors to have people that have no excuses for coming.
Absolutely.
Just come in the door, and see what these people have to
Well,
sell.
and I like that it's a longer event too. It's not 2 hours, because
Right.
whenever it's only 2 hours, you got folks are trying to rush to get in and don't have a chance to kind of stop and shop for a little bit and really
Exactly.
pick out something they want. You guys got a moment to stick around?
Sure.
Let's take a quick break here. I got to pay my first bill of the week. 9:26 will come back. Our daily show hits you next. More of On the Vendor Market from your event space. Coming our way on the 27th of April from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll find out more about it next.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
To leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control.
The time is 9:30 on the notes here on this Monday morning. I love the best part of the show is when we don't have the microphones on and they're all kind of just watching us dancing around in here.
Thank God.
No kidding. I'm telling you what, there's nothing greater than the invention of the dump button and mute button. You know, they're just save me for many a job. You know, as we're coming back and talking about the vendor market, this is a really good opportunity for you to bring your little ones, to bring your whole family out, and just take a couple of minutes, whether it's an hour, the whole duration of, or even 10 minutes, just to stop in and check out the improvements of your event space. If you haven't been in there since the WOW days or even before that. that, and also for you guys just to see how many awesome local vendors are in the area, because we have a ton.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of very talented people.
Well, and when you were, how long did it take to really get all this together? Because these are different events to put on, because you're getting all these different parties together and understanding what they need for their booze. Is it quite a process for something like this?
We've been working on it since, what, mid-February, I think it was. It was kind of when we started advertising about it and letting people know. What you will find is there's a lot of different vendors that travel from different.
Are there really? That's fascinating.
Because they're not renting like a brick storefront.
Mortar,
yeah. So they're looking for avenues and outlets like this. So there's a lot of them that kind of actually go to all of them together. So they get to know and network and get to know each other.
It's kind of cool. It really is.
Yeah, well, it's a whole new community, really, that I'm learning about. And especially, like, the whole food truck and vendor space is really fascinating how they all kind of work together, or at least have their own. It's almost like factions, you know, where, where the group goes together and moves as a team.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. We were in Orlando, a couple, 3 weeks ago. And in one of the areas, I guess it's probably in the Orlando area, they had a food truck. I don't know, a food truck park.
It was,
There must have been 50 food trucks. It was incredible.
Wow.
And they're all spiced up. You know, it was really, really cool.
Really pretty cool.
And their flock is, I mean, they got that space shuttle one over there.
That's really
I was sworn to secrecy on that space shuttle, by the way. You would have thought that was like the nuclear code. But you're right, though. It's so cool to see how everything's just kind of innovating and keeping growing. Now, for you guys, though, are you going to look to do more pop-ups or these type of events throughout the years?
Yeah, we do want to do that maybe quarterly. It could be something monthly. We're going to kind of look at the demand to see what people's needs are and that.
And then also, like we had mentioned before, dinner theaters, pop-up restaurants, local caterers. Of course, we work with a lot of caterers in the event space.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good ones out there. And so we may, bring those in, theme out even the dinner theaters on different cuisine. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, we're looking to diversify a little bit. And then, of course, now at Broadway, what used to be Wow on Broadway, which is now your boutique hotel, our side lot, as you know, is a mess. We own that lot, and we're looking to develop it. We're listening for the bank to confirm here. But once it happens, we're gonna develop it. But we just don't really know exactly what route to go. So any input from the community would obviously be welcome. We may go with a more expansive event center. We may go to more of a dinner theater there.
Yeah.
So and it is the art district, and the work they're doing over there is incredible.
It really is.
Everything's kind of in flux, but you learn to deal with it and roll with it.
Well, we're at such a unique point in time in Alton, in the development of it, because for some it's like we're at this kind of not waiting point, but we're at this kind of point here where we're waiting for the next chapter to hit off and that next kind of journey to embark. But once it comes, and it's going to be here the next couple of years before we know it, we're going to walk up and down Broadway going, "Oh my God, look what happened! Look what happened here!"
The potential is incredible. In fact, I think they just confirmed that housing.
That Lovejoy housing project. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I think something that's always good to know, too, is, highlighting, the refabulous relics of the world, the Germanias of the world that were, on Broadway before the whole development started taking place, and the hard work that was in there to even get it off the ground. Because there was a lot to do in that district, 10 years ago and all of that. And especially where you guys are and trying to, maintain that, especially being in front of a parochial school, too, to make sure it looks nice and within the guidelines. That's tough work.
And they've been great.
That's cool.
Fantastic.
Wonderful people.
With, we first initiated, when we first started, we couldn't get a liquor license because of the state laws. And then
I could see that,
and then it went to you could do it, but you had to get approval if there's a school or a church. And, of course, they approved it, and we had restrictions, and both parties are very happy, and we appreciate that. So it's worked out really well.
Going back to what you just said about the different pairings with events, could you imagine like a nice breakfast bar with Germania's new lineup? That would be cool, like a 5-course breakfast thing instead of dinner.
About that.
Have you? Oh, dang it!
And you're making me hungry, CJ. It's 9:35.
Joe Case is open. No, Joe Case is open. But as we're coming back to this, whether or not you're into macaroons, which I have not had yet, we discussed, art, jewelry, handmade soaps, home decor, wooden signs. What's Norwex?
You know what? I have to look at my notes, but I believe it's all like cleaning supplies, things like that.
Cool.
But we'll have to look at my notes because I don't want to get them confused.
Sorry for putting you on the spot there.
No problem there, CJ.
No, you brought attention to it now.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Please, if you're on the text line, text me and let me know too. But clothing, candles, more. And now, when are you cutting off vendor signups? Is there a cutoff date you have?
Probably we'll have to.
Our max is 30, isn't it?
No, we can go. We can
go slightly
higher
above
than
30, but we're targeting
Yeah.
30. We've got probably the capability of doing maybe 50, but we didn't
Yeah.
expect to even be
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
30 would be really happy with. It gives enough diversity. But so you only have really a few more.
Yeah, there's only a few more, so we'll play it by ear. Like if we have something that like somebody comes up, because there's always people that paid for a spot, something came up, and all of a sudden they can't do it. So if we can accommodate somebody at the last minute, create some spaces, we'll do it.
So if they're interested, just call us.
Yeah.
Worst thing we can say is no, we can't do
Yeah.
it this time. Maybe the next time.
Well,
So-
and there will be a next time if all goes well, and it seems like
sure.
we're going to keep doing. I'm excited. I just love what you guys do because it's always creative. It's always something for the community to be a part of. It's never there's never really a barrier there, and that's what I think you guys do such a great job. I'm not trying to patronize you or anything, but if you're just tuning into April 27th. I have gotten the date wrong before this interview started about 27 times, but I got it right now from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. And, before we move on, what is any other news coming down the pipeline for things you're looking to add to your event space or any of the other entities you all are a part of?
Well, we've just recently added a second bridal suite.
Oh,
at our
did
main
you really?
location. Yeah.
At our main.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
and
cool.
an extended groom's area too, so it's beautiful because it overlooks the back window of the bridge.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's full of light, so great for photography, great for makeup.
You always want to do the best for your clientele.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we first started, not a lot of places even had bridal rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had a bridal room, and then we had a groom's room, and people would scratch their heads, groom's room. Of course, now everybody's got the bridal and the groom's room.
Yeah.
The
So we
groom's room
figured-
was just the bathroom.
Yeah, well,
We still have people that come in and say, "Oh, you have an actual room," because other
Yeah.
places it's a closet.
and then now
Yeah.
we've got to up the ante on our loft. We've got the bridal suite, which overlooks the bridge. It's beautiful. And then kind of the rest of the space is kind of for the grooms. Of course, the groomsmen, the bride sometimes will trump that one. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, the guys don't get that. They don't get there at 8 o'clock in the morning to do hair.
They're
and
only
makeup.
there, if they're
I mean,
smart,
yeah.
they're only there for a couple hours.
Yeah. They've been out golfing already that
Exactly.
morning.
There you go.
Or running half marathons. We've
That-
had one of our sons ran a.
No
Race.
way.
Well, we did a 5K.
Did you do a
or something like
5K
that
with
day
one of
of?
them?
Yeah, a bunch of- which actually works as a de-stressor. It was actually
I'm
pretty
sure it
good,
did. Yeah, by the time you get there, you're already worn out enough to just get through the darn thing.
Right. But we do have one other thing too,
Yeah.
real quickly, if I can say.
Yeah, please.
Our bed and breakfast, we're still, it's a work in progress. It's a beautiful place, but we still have to go to the city and get everything, satisfied with them. So we're doing tours now for some of the boats, and they come in and they'll do a tour, and
That's
some
really
like St.
cool.
Charles, we've
Yeah,
done
yeah.
some tours. We've got one coming up this week. But we'll do that. We're looking to have an open house. We were kind of aggressive. We were hoping to have an open house by the end of April, but that's not going to happen.
Right.
We're probably looking more like the end of May, some in that time frame to kind of get everything squared away. So that's on the
cool.
horizon.
Yeah, well, and I was kind of looking forward to that because I know that there's been a lot of work that you guys put in, and this is a pretty historic home in Alton
Yeah,
too.
it's
So
pretty
this
neat
is
house.
going to be awesome to see it.
It's one of those Alton gems.
Yeah.
And, we really see ourselves as a steward of the house. And the previous owners, everyone's kind of contributed their thing, and we hope to do the same. And,
That's
and then
really
it's
interesting.
really a gem of Alton.
Well, and that's the mindset when you have one of those homes, especially in that
It is.
district. You aren't a homeowner, I don't think.
Right,
there,
right,
you
yeah.
really are a steward of that property
Absolutely.
until you turn the keys over to the next
Exactly.
person. You're 100% right. That's cool. Well, what was the other thing I was going to ask you? There's something important too. It's Monday.
Come on, CJ.
Oh no.
It's got to be the eclipse.
It is the eclipse. My dog is acting weird today. I was woke up at 3:25 this morning, and I thought I was going to be on the local news by 5. I really did. I thought it was on. Food and drink. We know that there's going to be some drinks there. Food, is that going to be kind of up to the vendor? Or?
Yeah, so there's different people with sweets and things like that,
Gotcha.
but we're also finalizing different vendors for actual food.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't
We've got
spill
some
the
in
beans
mind,
yet
but we
on
haven't
that,
approached them yet.
There you go.
There's some great. If I get my choice, everyone will be pretty happy.
If it comes to food, you'll probably
Yes,
get
and
your
it's not if it's not the breakfast brunch this time.
We're getting it. It's coming
Next
though.
time, maybe.
That That's a really good idea.
Well, it's 9:40, and we hope to see you there. I kept you for 30 minutes already, but real quick, we're going to have a conversation. On Friday, we talked to the RiverBend CEO students again, who are just wonderful.
Yes.
Coming up on in a couple of weeks is their trade show. And if you have the opportunity to, these are some young business entrepreneurs that want to go out and make a name for themselves. And there's some really cool businesses. One starting a vending machine business and some really cool, unique things. Yoga, the reselling of, kind of like weights, I think.
Yes, you're right. Yes, like a second wind, sort of.
They came into our place this last week. Great group of
They've got
kids.
perfume candles, photography, power washing.
Yeah.
Two of them do power washing,
Well, and that's what I thought was great because and then one it said after the vending machine he's going to be a corporate lawyer, so I thought, well, I need to know him pretty quick. Just
did the vending machine?
Yeah. So just mark the notes down now, just in case we need them in 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, we had a conversation. I emceed their trivia night, and that's how I knew that about an hour in, you better start hitting the gas and let's get these folks out of the door.
And who was it? That was Kate?
Katie Cibolo. She's wonderful.
Fantastic.
She's such a wonderful person.
Fantastic.
We're going to be chatting with them. We have an extended conversation. We're learning all about their prospective businesses, the trade show. If you guys want to support, how you can support and where you can do it. We'll take a quick break. Our daily show hits you next, but we'll see you at your event space on April the 27th for this really cool